How's it going YouTube? It's Sean here, and I'm back today to give you guys an early look at the upcoming Air Jordan 1 High Zoom Fearless. These guys are set to drop December 7th for a retail price of $175 US or $230 here in Canada. The official colorway for this shoe is multicolor, black, varsity red, and lucky green. And if you guys are watching from Canada, this pair will be available at Courtside Sneakers. So for those of you guys who haven't heard of Courtside Sneakers before, they're an independent sneaker boutique with 2 locations operating out of the Maritimes in Eastern Canada. So I'll add their social media, their website, all that good stuff down below. So again, that's Courtside Sneakers. Be sure to check them out and show them some love. So first things first, here's a quick look at the box. And similar to the other shoes in the Fearless collection, these come in that inverted red-based Nike box. Inside the box, we have the special edition paper as well, along with this card which has the Fearless logo and the Jumpman logo and Michael Jordan's signature on the other side. So diving straight into the shoe, at first glance this looks like your normal Jordan 1 High, but the key difference about this edition is the upper of the sneaker. This is constructed in this synthetic material which is both iridescent and reflective. So this means whether there's direct light hitting the shoe or depending on the angle that you're looking at the shoe in, it can either look like a dark gray, which is in the absence of direct light, or it can really have this multicolored look to it when you see the shoe in the right lighting. So along the toe box, we still have the signature perforations, which is common across all your Jordan 1s. And we also have a Nike swoosh on both sides of the midfoot as well. And on the upper portion of the lateral side, we have the Air Jordan Wings logo, but underneath this, we have this small tag which has the Nike Zoom branding. Debossed out of the heel on the lateral side, we have this code C8082AZ1. And if any of you guys know what this stands for, let me know in the comment section down below because honestly, I'm not too sure. In terms of laces, so these come standard with a flat style black lace, but they also give you 2 extra lace options, a red pair and a green pair, if you want to give the shoe a little bit more added pop and color. I personally am not a fan of the look of the red and the green on this pair, and I feel like the color choices was a little bit random, but to each their own. If you guys are feeling the look of those colors, then by all means go for it. Underneath the laces, we have the tongue. So this tongue is different than the traditional Jordan 1 High, whereas it's normally made out of a nylon material. In this case, the tongue is much more stiff and sturdy, and it's made out of the same material that the rest of the upper was done in. So because this tongue is much stiffer, is a much more structured feel to it, and it doesn't really hug your foot like the traditional tongues do. And on the top of the tongue, instead of Nike Air, the tag here reads Zoom Air. As I pull out the insoles, so these insoles also feature Zoom Air branding on the heel as well. And if I remove the insole, you'll see that underneath, running throughout the entire length of the shoe, we have a full Zoom Air unit for cushioning. So this replaces the traditional Air Max unit that's found underneath the heel, which is why the word Zoom is incorporated in the name of the sneaker. In terms of the exterior of the midsole, so this is done in almost like a dark violet color and has a nice sparkle and sheen to it as well. Flipping this over to the bottom, so here we have the outsole of the Jordan 1, and as you can see, this is done in this icy translucent finish. Underneath the rubber exterior, we have this colored graphic which has a gradient-like pattern which goes from red at the bottom to blue at the toes. And from heel to toe, you'll notice these little Z's or Z's, which represent, of course, Zoom Air. In terms of sizing, so my feet measures as a true size 10, slightly on the wider side. And for these guys, I'd probably recommend going up a half size. For me, because of my wider feet, that's my normal Jordan 1 size anyways. And in my opinion at least, these do feel a little bit more snug and more constricting than usual. Maybe it's because of the material used, it's less forgiving and it's not as soft as your traditional leather. But in any case, the half size up was definitely a right decision. Next up, from a comfort standpoint, so how does the Zoom Air actually feel on foot? And I gotta say, surprisingly, it was actually pretty comfortable. Comparing this guy to your traditional Jordan 1, it's noticeable that the Zoom Air is much more comfortable than your traditional Air Max and has a really nice plush and soft sinking feeling that you wouldn't normally get with your other Jordan 1s. On the other hand though, the upper is very stiff, so it doesn't have that straight out of the box comfort that a lot of Jordan 1s have. So with that said, you probably do have to break these in a little bit more in order to truly maximize the comfort of the Zoom Air. Last but not least, from a quality standpoint, so while the execution of the shoe and the look of the shoe was quite nice, the actual quality of the materials felt a little bit lacking. Maybe it's just the nature of the 3M material, but again, this upper felt very crunchy and very stiff. And if I had to choose between this and traditional leather, I'd go with the leather 10 times out of 10. So with all that being said, now lace these up and I'll show you guys how these look on feet. Conceptually, this was a very interesting idea, and it's pretty dope how this shoe looks like two completely different shoes depending on whether you're looking at it in direct light or not. With that said though, there was lots of things I feel like Jordan Brand could have done to make the shoe better, but the zoom mirror incorporated on this shoe was a very promising idea. So let me know in the comment section down below how you guys feel about these Air Jordan 1 High Zoom in this Fearless colorway. Is this going to be a cop or a drop for you? Once again, if you guys are watching from Canada, these will be available at Courtside Sneakers, so be sure to check them out. Again, their info, their website, all that stuff is down below. If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Give me a follow on Instagram at esco8. Check out my Twitter at sean.go and visit my website as well at seango.ca. So until next time, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.